Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy 4th. Those of you here in the States, happy 4th. Hopefully you all get to celebrate today and enjoy some, maybe enjoy some time with your family, some friends maybe. I don't know, have a good time with that. Looking forward to that. Later this evening, I'm gonna watch some fireworks with the wife. It's gonna be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Jason Chu, good morning. Or I guess for you, good afternoon. Almost good evening. It's going good. It's going good. Things are going well. I'm excited to be playing some more Cold Steel 2 this morning. I did play this game a little bit last night off stream, just taking care of some side quests, going around picking up new recruits for the Courageous. Unlocked a couple things on the Courageous, and we'll actually get into that here at the top of the stream and kind of go over some of that stuff there. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully things are going well over there as well. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into it this morning. Again, like I said, we are streaming this game all week, so we're gonna make a good amount of headway, I think, in this game here. I was looking ahead, you know, I've been using a guide to kind of just keep in mind of what kind of, you know, hidden quests or optional quests might be coming up, and I was looking at the next couple of parts in Act 2, and it really seems like everything's going to be pretty straightforward from here on out. So I think it's either this act or next act, or not act, I guess, it's either this part or the next part. They look to be pretty short, so who knows? We might get through 2, maybe 3 parts this week. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, again, a few things I do want to mention at the top of the stream here. As always, subscriber mode is enabled. So subscriber only mode is turned on. You have to be a subscriber of the channel for 48 hours or 2 days. That's mainly just to kind of keep any kind of spoilers or people who would like to spoil this game or any future games out of the chat. But as always, these streams save as VODs for later consumption. You can comment on those just fine. And then, yeah, you can enjoy that as well. If you have to duck out at any point, these streams will be saved as VODs or video on demands here on the channel. So you can come back a little bit later on today and watch it. It'll have timestamps as well, and you can go check that out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. As always, if you enjoy the content, maybe you watch and you get about an hour in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool, why not hit the like button down there below the video? Consider subscribing to the channel as well for more content such as gaming podcasts, more Trails content as well. Pretty excited because, you know, a lot of y'all are going to be getting Trails into Reverie this week, and as am I. My copy should be coming in, but I've also got something else coming in that's gonna kind of satiate me a little bit, kind of hold me over a little bit until I can get into Reverie. And plus it kind of goes in with my my favorite hobby, which is building model Gundams. So hopefully I'll get that in and I'll be able to show it to y'all on stream here. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Without further ado though, let's jump into the game itself. And let's get back into It's a Cold Steel 2. And there we go. There we go. So real quick, what I want to do is go through some of the things that I unlocked. So that way y'all are kept up to date, kept up to speed with everything. Hippo rematch today. Maybe. I mean, what level are we at? 83. We can try it. We can try it. I think we can try it. We'll do that. We can do that. Let me check what was opened. So one of the things, like I said, I did play this off stream. I went around and picked up students from Thor's Military Academy to join the ship. Did connect with this character here, what's his name, Loggins. And so now I've got the melee or the kind of like close combat training stuff unlocked here on the ship. And I got his buddy as well, which I can't remember where he's at exactly. We've already talked to these characters here. We don't have the arts one unlocked just yet, but we also have, can't remember if I unlocked some new shop stuff or not. We did get Monk. We got him to join the ship. And you know what? We can apply to contests now that are kind of like raffles, so we can get different items like that. Of course, we already know about Becky being over here. I don't know where these other characters are, but I did unlock other ones. They're kind of hanging around the ship. And Elliot's still on the rear deck. But we have those. I did do a side quest as well, the Creeping for Creeps side quest, which has you go to the Amir Hot Springs to find out kind of what's going on here with the ghosts, supposedly. And yeah, I mean, you guys, fortunately, y'all missed another backwashing scene, which was equal parts hilarious and equal parts awkward. So that being said, though, kind of glad I did that off stream just because, yeah. I mean, y'all know I feel awkward. I feel awkward about certain things in this game, and so it is what it is. Valimar Gundam. It is a Valimar model kit. Yep. I think it's a model kit. It's not really clear in the description. Of course, I also didn't really read it that much either. But yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that together. Apparently, they have one of what's his name? Is it Ordine, the Azure Knight? They have one of those coming out next April, and I'm like, ooh, I have to pick that up as well. Pose them and things like that. Oh yes, here's another one. Dorothy, who, well, let's just say she's into some interesting books. If any of you are familiar with these types of books, she's definitely a what is it? Is it a Court of Thrones, a Court of Roses? Whichever one, I think it's Sarah J. Maas is the author. Whichever one she writes, she's into those. Maybe a little Colleen Hoover. I don't know who those are. But yeah, we also got Fidelio as well. So now we can get things from him as well. Basically, I mean, he says they're for developing photos, but I mean, you can use them to kind of cure stats and things like that. So we have that. We've got a couple other things. I think we don't have anyone in here in the kitchen. No, but so we have that stuff there. I just remembered one. Let's go check the hold real quick because we did get a new character down here. And now we have horses. So we have Paula as well. who now allows us to use horses. And so it's pretty cool. Yeah, the ship is definitely building out. It's opening up. It's got some cool things. Let's ignore that bike over there real quick, and let's get back to the bridge, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice to kind of see the ship open up, and just kind of have different things available to you. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite airship in a JRPG, just because it has so many options, so many places you can go. It's fun to explore. It's fun to just kind of hang out in. After I finished collecting, that sounds bad. After I finished recruiting more people to the ship, I just spent like maybe 30 minutes just kind of running around the ship, exploring, just having fun. The Courageous is a cool ship. It's a cool ship. Built, it takes about 2 to 3 hours to build, longer if you go paint the gold trim with a Gundam marker. I do have some Gundam markers. And I do have some gold paint still left over from when I built my my master grade Sazabi. So I might get into that. I haven't used that stuff in a while. It's been so long since I've built any kind of model kits. I really need to get back into it because I think I have 2 kits to build, but need to get back into it. This is another character. I think this is another character. Alan is one that I picked up as well. So now he's the helmsman. But yeah, the Courageous is building out. It's opening up, folks. So we're gonna have some fun with it there. All right, so we have 2 main quests to go after today, at least for right now. So we've got Just Getting Wormed Up, which is a monster extermination mission sent over by Prince Oliver. And then we also have one from Major Nightheart. So we're gonna do the monster extermination quest first, and then we'll go do this one with Major Nightheart. So we need to go to Guerrilla by Road 2 on the west side, and we'll go over there. I want to organize my party a little bit though. Swap out Emma for Elliot. I think we'll be good with that.
Where do you want to go?
So let's go. We got to go to the Guerrilla by Road. Let's hop over here, and we'll fly on over there. Does it come with a weapon? It does. It does. It's I don't know. It looks like Rean's sword a little bit, so I don't. Again, obviously, this is probably spoiling part of this game for me.
Let's ride.
Roger.
So I know that you get a sword that looks like Rean's for this for Valimar, but I don't know how you get it. I was kind of looking at it in the images, and I'm like, how do they build this? Like, how do they even get this? And so I'm excited. Love this part of CS2 because up to this point in the franchise, it always felt like it was very linear and freedom of exploration, which nothing is wrong with that, but this part of CS2 gave me freedom. And that's one of the cool things about when you play JRPGs and you get an airship. It's like total freedom. And that was something I even enjoyed last night when I was going around just kind of doing some side quests and checking things out. I was like, man, I can just do whatever now. Kind of cool. Am I even going the right way? Guerrilla by Road. This doesn't feel like I'm going the right way. No, I've totally passed it. But yeah, it's pretty good. Now I can't say. Ooh, I missed that earlier. Can't say I will. Laura, Machias, Gaius, and Sarah. Laura, Machias, Gaius, and Sarah, level 84, okay. Still that Laura's worried about her weight, right? After all, it doesn't look like she puts on even a gram. This is the stuff I've missed. I've missed that stuff.
Roger.
I've missed that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. Now I can't guarantee I'm going to build the model Valimar on stream or anything like that. I don't have the equipment to really set it up to where it would look good. But once I get it finished, I'll definitely post it on the YouTube community feed. So if you're a subscriber out of the channel, keep a lookout for that, and you'll see some pictures of it show up over there. I'm pretty excited. But again, hopefully y'all are having a good Tuesday. Again, happy 4th to those of you here in the States getting to celebrate that. Hopefully you get to spend some time with friends or family today and enjoy that time. Go see some fireworks and all that jazz, or maybe just play some games.
My turn.
Yes, sir. Good job.
There you go. Cryptids in this game are pretty hard. I remember getting an evasion tank for this. Yep.
That's putting it lightly.
Yep. I need to. We might try fighting that one cryptid we tried to fight a couple days ago. I've got some of my characters leveled up. We've got some things going for them, so I think we'll be able to handle it better than what I did a couple days ago, but we'll find out. Okay, that did nothing. So, do spirit unification. I guess I could have called Valimar too. That would have been cool. Deliberately bring the wrong characters to trial chest because the chest messages there are amazing. Yep. I end up just doing it as an accident, but it's how I can get my fill of those messages.
Now's our chance.
I definitely miss them. It's one of the things I miss the most. One of the things I miss the most from the previous games. Alright, so they can't move that much. Let's do overdrive.
Overdrive.
We'll do that. Artemis's Tears plus Cannon is so OP. What is Artemis's Tears? Is that a move? Not as good as Azure and Zero, I think.
Okay.
I can definitely agree with that to a degree. That's right, these things do have Earthquake. Thank you for calling that out,
Here I go.
Jason Chu. Forgot about that.
Filthy dance. What's that?
There we go. Yeah, I do miss several things from Zero and Azure. I feel like Azure was kind of, and again, this may change once I play more of these games, but I feel like Azure was like perfect when it came to things like just the overall gameplay and the combat and everything that it had going. It was just really, really good.
Here we go.
Alright, so we've got that. Let's do overdrive again. Greening them. I was kind of thinking about it this morning a little bit. You know, I've heard people say that there's no bad Trails game. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? I don't agree with that. But again, I haven't played CS3 or 4, so I don't know, but... Alright, let's do... We have one. Do Megaton Press with this guy. Port Lost Art by defeating cryptids. Cannon is a Water Master Quartz. Okay, gotcha. Keep an eye out for that. If I get that from the one cryptid that we fought a couple days ago, then maybe I'll give that a go. What is that? It's Artemis's Tears and Cannon. Okay. There we go. That is one quest done. One quest done.
Yay! We smashed those jerks!
That's putting it lightly.
Alright, and everybody leveled up.
Great.
Perfect.
Look at
84,
me go!
79,
Done.
83.
I'm so glad.
I'm just getting started.
Alright. Poison 2. Alright, so we've got that. We can go back to the Courageous now. Let me double check that guide real quick. Make sure there's no, like... I don't think there's any quests that I'm missing. But it never hurts to double check. Iron Part 2. It'll load for me. Nope, that's it. Okay. We have that, so now we can go to... report that quest real quick.
Have you been keeping well? Do tell me all about what you've been up to.
Oh, and there's a list of all the characters that I recruited. So we got Monk, Paula, Alan, Loggins, Fidelio, and Dorothy, which I think we actually talked to all those characters.
Well, that's very impressive.
All right, we're close to getting to rank A4.
Adios,
All right. This one is Twin Dragons Bridge. Okay. So we're gonna put Valamar's thing to the test. To choose a
Where do you want to
destination.
Full speed ahead.
Go to Twin Dragons Bridge. Also about yesterday and how you made action cast quartz, I'd recommend upgrading orbment slots since you get a majority of the quartz in chests anyways. Yeah, that was kind of the common consensus. I think a few people even mentioned that as well, that I need to start focusing on that. I built, I've even noticed that with like accessories too. I made like a green something. Or was it? Oh goodness. It was a green something. Yeah, a green emblem. I made one of these using some of the stuff on the Courageous, and then it just...
Let's ride.
I got one from doing a snowboarding challenge and was like, oh, okay. So I've noticed this game is more generous when it comes to giving you those things, or at least it seems like it's more generous in regards to that stuff. But yeah. Alright, let's get out here. Make sure there's weaker Trails games just due to the nature of how the story is set up, but I wouldn't say any game gets too boring. There's enough interesting dialogue and side quests to keep you going through weaker story sections at least. Well, good. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Julian, good morning. Good morning. Alright, let's talk to Major Nightheart. Alright. So if I remember correctly, Nightheart wants to test Valimar out. Managed to seize this one during our takeover here. 4th Division delivers as always. They must have been really shocked to have one of these taken from them. 4th Division got themselves a real trophy this time. Too bad you can't place this one on the mantle. Impressed at how relatively undamaged it is, though. Capturing it like that must have been a real challenge. Under normal circumstances, it would have been, but thanks to your assistance, we were able to catch them off guard. They never saw it coming. So it's all thanks to us. Woo! Or if you're Ric Flair, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo! You know. I don't know, does anybody here watch wrestling? Did you guys watch wrestling in the 90s? That was my era, and that's all I really remember. I don't keep up with any of the new stuff. Alright, while we only managed to seize the one, this is more than enough for us. Simply being able to analyze exactly what our enemies' weapons are capable of is a huge boon for us, and on that note, Schwarzer, I'd like to conduct a test battle. Get you with the Spiegel. Do you even know how to pilot a Soldat, sir? If you don't mind me asking. Simple, Schwarzer. I managed to get my hands on some relevant documentation during my stint in Western Arabonia. They proved to be an excellent instruction manual. Successfully completed a test run before you arrived. In fact, I'd say I'm as capable a Soldat pilot as any man in the Alliance now. So, Major Nightheart just went to the Amuro Ray School of Gundam Training. Hang on a second, guys. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. False alarm. Yes, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Exactly who I was referencing. Nature Boy Ric Flair. Whoa, that guy. He's always fun to kind of mimic. All right, so we're gonna be testing out this soldat here. Believe for a moment he's gone. Yeah, a little false alarm. Had to take care of something. Understand why you'd like to conduct this test battle, but I'm still learning a lot myself. I'm not entirely sure just how productive this will be for you. In that case, just think of this as part of your training and come at me with your full might. Alright, fair enough. Come with the intent to win and let your body take care of the rest. Alright, let's do it. I like how the quest is called I'll Make a Mech Out of You. Makes me think of Mulan. You know, that song that gets stuck in everybody's head? It's like, I'll make a man out of you. Alright. We've got like just about everybody here. Hate to see either of them get injured over this. Look forward to seeing what the two of them are capable of. I can understand why the Lieutenant General and his men are here, but when did the rest of you get here to watch? Thought it'd be better if you had everyone cheering you on. We wish you all the best. Show us what you can do. That's funny. Nightheart doing one of his manly tests again. Did you mean manly or many? But either way, yes, I think that's what he's doing. I have no intention of holding back against you. Yes, sir. Might be new at piloting, but he's no slouch. If anything, he's stronger than anyone you fought before. Don't let your guard down for even a second. Alright, there we go. It is a Mulan reference? Perfect.
This'll be a tough one. Be careful.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's attack torso. He does hit kind of hard. Okay. We got here. Let's do this. Kind of cripple him. Let's try the arms. There we go.
Gotcha.
It seems like he's doing more damage actually. Balance efficiency is pretty high for the torso. There we go.
Gotcha.
It's working. Keep it up.
So we got here.
Huh?
So we can do that. I guess we could have extended that that debuff to him as well, but oh well. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that. Dang, okay.
Now! Gotcha!
See if we can get a finisher in on him. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do another Thundering Roar to extend that debuff, or reapply it. Might have worn off. Yep, it wore off, okay. Good thing we applied it then.
Let's go!
The finisher.
Sword will cleave open the way. Domination!
There we go.
That's it. Just a little more.
Time! Let's go! Gotcha!
Yep, here he goes again.
Now! Gotcha! Time!
And done.
Well done.
You didn't do half bad that time.
I didn't know your link level's up like that. Huh, cool. All right. Admirably Schwarzer. Amazing he can get up after that. It's like they never even fought. Wonder how he managed to sustain virtually no damage. That's pretty impressive. The way he fought, it's almost as if maintaining defense over offense was the entire point. He acts like a seasoned veteran even in something he's barely operated before. Yeah, he's definitely a skilled warrior. Skilled fighter. Alright, thanks to your cooperation, that proved to be a very worthwhile test. I should be thanking you, sir. You were pulling strategies that never would have crossed my mind. But think of it, what happened to the Lieutenant General and Fiona? They were just here before. Alright, the Lieutenant General returned to his duties and asked me to pass on his regards to you. He's a busy man, but this test will play a vital role in improving our anti-soldat combat techniques going forward. As such, he wanted to see it take place for himself. That was why he came. In that case, I'm honored to have been given such an important task. I can't get over just how strong Major Nightheart was, though. That's with barely any practice. I can barely win here. How am I supposed to win against Crow? Sure, I could have fought better if I had a weapon for Valimar, but would even that have been enough? There's no need to be so impatient, Schwarzer. What's he talking about? There's something I sensed while fighting you in that battle. You appear to be in a great rush to achieve something. But is that something an accomplishment you can achieve alone? If it is a problem that concerns only you, you may have to change something about yourself to overcome it. If not, however, I would suggest you simply keep following the path that you believe in for the present. Didn't intend to meddle in your affairs and lecture you, but I think it may have come across that way. For all lecturing students is what instructors do. Feel a little less lost as a result, too. Well then, I'm glad to hear it. With that settled, I should be returning to my duties. Thank you again for your assistance today, Schwarzer. Just you wait, Crow. Just you wait. And now I've got Hamilton stuck in my head. Everything worked out. I'm glad they both seem to have gained a little something from the experience. Their happiness is infectious. Alright, that's completed. Skill Handbook as a reward. AP increased by 2. It was a real exciting fight. I had fun just watching it. Can't believe how easily Major Nightheart handled that Soldat either. You wouldn't believe he'd only gotten it recently. They don't call him Nightheart the Mighty for nothing. Nightheart the Mighty. That name suits him perfectly. He's certainly courageous enough for the title. Heard him called that before too. It's a shame one Soldat isn't likely to be very effective alone though, even with Nightheart piloting.
I think we're done around here, wouldn't you say? Let's get back to the Courageous and report to Prince Oliver.
Yep, hang on. You got cut off.
Huh. Someone's calling me.
Here we go. Here we go. Who needs Morgana when you have Celine? Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yo, Pork Bob. Happy 4th to you as well. What's your favorite S-Craft in the series thus far? I gotta be honest. I don't know. This may not be everybody's favorite. I really like Elliot's S-Craft. How he just like he uses his violin to like they make these orbs appear, and he uses like the power of music and magic to just lay out some major damage. I don't know. I think it's really cool looking.
Hello, this is Rean.
Hi, Rean. How are the requests coming along?
I will say also though, Gaius has some cool ones. What is it, Calamity Hawk, where he like rises into the air, a hawk like burns behind him, and he comes down with his spear. It reminds me a lot of so my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy IV. And so when you have is it Cain? Well, really just the rest of the dragoons, they like leap into the air, they come back down with their spears and stab things. Like it's so cool looking. So Gaius' Calamity Hawk is pretty good.
Oh, hey Toa.
Those are probably my 2 favorites. I'm probably forgetting some of them, but
Actually, we just finished the last of the urgent ones.
those 2 are definitely kind of up there. Then again though, I mean, people have been hinting at like Rean, I guess, gets a new S-Craft in this game, I think, or yeah, I think people have said that he gets a new one, and so I don't know. Interested to see what that is.
Really? That's great. Does that mean you've got time to head back to the Courageous then?
7th Rhapsody, yep, that's it. Oh, a favorite S-Craft in the series thus far. I thought, okay, I was thinking of that. Well, I mean, I agree with, who just said it? Ben, I agree with yours. Kevin's S-Craft, when he uses a stigmata and it just kind of goes nuts.
Yeah, sure.
That one's really good. I'm trying to think of who else there is.
Don't tell me there's more bad news.
I'd have to like look at a compilation of them and see if I can remember them. I think Scarra's is really funny. With how she uses the whip, and she has that like kind of maniacal laugh.
Oh no, not at all. Just come back when you get the chance.
But yeah, I'd have to look look at a compilation of them again. It's been like over a year since I played the Sky game, so a lot of that stuff I've
Trust
unfortunately.
me, you're in for a surprise.
There's things I remember, and there's other things I don't remember. But I'll have to look them up. All right, so we got to get back to the Courageous. See what's going on there. It's not for anything bad though. She actually sounded really excited for whatever it was. Wonder what it is. We should head back there as soon as we can. All right, well, let's go. We can go right now. Alan's S-Craft is so animated. Wait till you see the character's second S-Craft. Yeah, I think I got Elliot's and one other characters. I still need to use them. Might use Elliot's against that cryptid later on today. All right. Welcome back, guys. Why, hello there. Couldn't have timed that better. What's the screen doing out? Got a call through earlier from a really unexpected source. She said she'd call back around this time, so the screen's all ready. So this is what you called us back for. Who is it, though? Call's coming through.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Is that Angelica?
Angelica?
Yeah, okay.
You okay?
We just see what she's been up to.
Well, hi there, my beloved kitty cats. How are you guys doing? I haven't seen you since the festival.
It really is you. Oh, thank goodness.
Seriously, we've been worried about you.
Yep, as you can see, I'm hanging in there. Sorry for not being able to get in touch sooner. I'm sure you must have been worried, but this was my first chance. It's a pleasure to see you again too, Your Highness. And looking good, Instructor.
I'm delighted to see you're well, Angelica.
Nice to see all this stuff that's been going on hasn't changed you a bit.
You don't know how happy it makes me to see you safe, Angie. We couldn't contact you after you went back to Roer, so I was getting worried.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm just looking at chat. I forgot about Tita's minigun. That's pretty hilarious. First time I used that one.
There were a few little family matters keeping me busy, you see.
I can only imagine.
I'm sure it's real fun being from one of the 4 great houses these days.
Indeed, especially when her father is one of the most important figures in the Alliance, much like my own. How are things in the Ragnar family at the moment, incidentally?
Oh, you know. Speaking of our families, I heard you ran away from home, Eustace. You've got some serious balls. But yeah, things aren't exactly great between me and my own man either. With the way things are going, we're gonna have a real father-daughter squabble in our hands soon.
That doesn't sound good.
Are you going to be alright?
Oh, I'll be fine. I've got my own supporters, I'll have you know. Anyway, part of the reason I called was to pass on a message to Elisa. It's about your mother's whereabouts.
You know where she is?
Please tell me! How is she? Is she alright?
She's fine, but she's been in prison somewhere that's a real pain to get to. I'm still trying to figure out how to get her out of there. You just leave that to me, okay? Everything's gonna be okay, and...
Oh no. Sounds like gunfire.
Damn it. That didn't take Father long. Sounds like he's found me already.
Angelica?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I'll contact you again as soon as I can. I'm happy I could hear your voices again. And don't worry about things here. I'll be fine.
Angie!
Angie, wait! That didn't sound good. I hope she hasn't gotten herself involved in something dangerous.
She did say she had supporters, but it still sounds like she's in a pretty precarious situation.
I hope she's going to be alright. She said Mother's been in prison somewhere too.
I can't pretend not to be concerned.
Yeah, she did say not to worry, but...
Hard to think that way after hearing what we just did.
Are you guys going to help her?
Thanks, guys.
Then that makes our next destination the Nortia province. You guys are sure about this?
Absolutely. She might have been forced to withdraw, but as far as I'm concerned, she'll always be a part of Thor's.
Here we go.
Both she and Elisa's mother might need our help. How could we turn a blind eye to that?
The lolly laser. Tita's satellite laser. Yeah, that one's up there. That one's pretty cool. Just a laser, a giant satellite that shoots down a giant laser out of the sky.
I don't know how much we'll be able to do for them. But we're not going to find the answer by standing here.
Because it has that like outgoing giant explosion thing too when it hits, doesn't it? That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Figured to sneak into Roer to try and find out what was happening to Angelica and Chairman Irina. The city being the stronghold of Marquis Ragnar, however, were well aware doing so wasn't going to be easy. One thing they could do for certain was take proper precautions and brace themselves for the dangers ahead. Speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. Doing so will cause all unfinished quests to disappear. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. I'm worried about her for an entirely different reason. It sounds like she's in real trouble back home. Just leave her to us. We'll find her and bring her safely to the Courageous. I think we're the only ones who can, to be honest. Not that I'd like to force that task on anyone else. I can't do much. If you need any backup, I'm the girl to call. Alright. Let's commence the operation. Shoots a laser from space? Really? Is it, yo, Steven, thank you for the subscription, man. Thank you for subscribing. Trying to think of who that is. Is it Altina? Is that who you're talking about? Is it Altina? Or is it Millie? I don't know, maybe it's a different character. Alright, Roer is the capital of the Nortia province and one of the Alliance's greatest strongholds. Make absolutely sure you're ready before anything. Wow, I can't talk. Alright, choosing to commence the operation will cause the main story to advance. Elisa will become a mandatory party member. Doing so will cause all unfinished quests to disappear. Did we turn in that quest? Now that I think about it. Might as well report it just to be safe.
Hey there, Rean. Do tell me all about what you've been up to.
Okay.
Marvelous. You've ranked up.
Just making sure.
This is just a little something from
Domination.
I knew I could count on you.
There's the one I needed for Laura. Very good. Laura's not in my party at the moment, but doesn't mean we can't throw that. I want to keep leg breaker on. I guess I don't need to. I guess we don't need to keep leg breaker. Do I need to upgrade? Yep, it's got to be a level 2. Okay, let's go do that real quick. Dommy mommy stress. Normally Roer would be out of the ship's communications range, so Angie shouldn't have been able to contact us. I'm guessing she got her hands on some kind of Reinford made gadget that expands the range of orbital waves to do that. Given that she even sent us a video signal, she must have. Whatever she's got must be some really cutting edge tech. Not that it eases my worries any. Yeah, she's gotten herself into a real messy situation, alright. Shouldn't be all that surprising if you ever come back after leaving her alone for more than 5 minutes. Have to admit though, it was a real relief just being able to see her face. Don't worry, George, we've got this. Alright, need me to do anything to back you up? Just say the word. Let's do slots. There we go. I guess I could have equipped it right there. I don't know why. Oh well. Alright. Domination. First attack craft used, each battle deals twice the damage? Hot dog, dude. That's crazy. You can't. Because the slots are... Oh, okay, gotcha. Haven't seen it yet, but you'll know it when you do it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, so we've got that settled. Already messed around with the quartz stuff last night off stream, so we should be good to go. Be sure you're ready before you go. Alright. Let's go. Begin at any time. We'll gather everyone in the conference room then. I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing. Alright, once all Class 7 had gathered together, they were given a briefing on the operation that would take place. However, during their discussion, one point became abundantly clear. Flying the Courageous close to Roer would be far too dangerous. Unsure as to how to proceed, they opted to consult someone more familiar with the region. Ooh. Who was it? Oh, okay.
It sounds like you'll have no trouble getting into the Nortia province, at least.
I don't think so. The problem is getting into Roer City itself, or even close to it.
We can't exactly just take an airship through the airport like we're on some pleasure cruise.
And approaching the city along any of the highways is a surefire way to get arrested.
Not that there are any good places nearby to land the Courageous in the first place.
And that's why we're calling you, Gwen. You wouldn't know of any other ways for us to get Mir, would you?
You came to the right person. I happen to know the perfect way.
You do?
You know that Spina by road to the west? There's this little stream that runs along it. I used to fish in it all the time back in my younger days, I'll have you know. As it so happens, you could trace its source all the way back to the mountains of Ymir.
Hold on. So you're saying we should sail down from Ymir to Roer?
Exactly. It won't be the smoothest ride you've ever taken, what with the rapids and all, so you'll need to be careful. But I'd still say that taking that is your best bet for sneaking as close to the city as you can.
Okay.
It sounds promising, at the very least.
I like it. It's just like being in a spy novel.
And you would know a thing or two about spies, wouldn't you?
Should we make our way to Ymir then? Let's decide who's actually going first. We can only get so many people on a boat. Thank you so much for your help, grandfather.
Oh, think nothing of it. What kind of man would I be if I didn't help my adorable granddaughter in her hour of need? And I never want to pass up a chance to put my less than adorable daughter in my debt. Sounds like my #1 protege is in a bind too. I can't very well have anything happen to our wanton womanizer.
We'll help Angelica however we can. Take care, all right?
We'd go with you if we could. Unfortunately, someone's got to stay and look after the Courageous.
And then there's the whole boat issue on top of that.
Please, do what you can for Angie, for me, for George, and for Crow.
We will.
All right, here we go. Kind of reminds me of what was it? It's a Final Fantasy VI where your party splits up and you're on a raft. All right. If you grind a lot, you can stack Domination and Waterfall, but that's Dommy Mommy strats. Okay. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and put Dommy Mommy in there. Who else do we want to bring? I think we'll bring Fee. Who else do I want to bring? Master Roshi vibes from Gwen. You know, I was thinking he's kind of like, he kind of reminds me of Sid a little bit, but the Master Roshi, that's a way better pin. That's definitely a way better pin. I feel like I need to bring one of these other characters along to kind of level them up a little bit. So let's bring Machias. We'll get to level him up a little bit. Domination Quartz is OP. I had a setup where Mill's first S-Craft hit a boss for 235k. Jeez. That's awesome. I'll have to mess around with that. Made their way down the stream towards the city. All right, here we go. Okay, we made it. So far, so good. We've made it this far without being spotted. Looks like the provincial army doesn't have much of a presence on this side of the city. It's not like they really have to worry about an attack from this direction. Now I need a strategy for infiltrating the city itself. Let's make our way toward Roer for now. We should end up on the highway if we follow this path. Alright. Now, I saw...
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Uh-huh. Look, I know we gotta go rescue Angie, but first, we fish. First, we fish. Oh. It's got all 4 buttons. Okay.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Total points 213. First time bonus 80. Not bad. Alright. I just get the regular fish.
Not bad.
Fighter. Okay. Sepith mass, CP recovers. Alright, last one. Oh, here we go. This one's got a gold border, man, I can't talk today. A gold border around it. Is that a significant thing?
Caught one.
Harp. Okay. First time bonus, total points. Alright, not bad. Alright. That's enough for now. We'll head into Roer. Beat up this wolf on the way in.
Okay.
Machias is the only character in the entire series, at least until Reverie, who has a craft that heals at EP. Energy Shell is great. I remember using that a lot. Has the Accelerate craft, which is also a really good one. People never use it casually. I used it a fair amount during a couple boss fights in the last game. I was like, man, this is a really good move. Was it just one thing? It's a greedy wolf. Oh, I should have done an analyze on it. Yeah, we don't really need to do much to this thing.
Leave this to me. You still have a lot of training to do.
Didn't really give much XP either, so that was a pretty weak enemy. What is Machias's thing called? I know it kind of doesn't really matter right now, but I'm gonna look. Burst drive. That's what it is. Okay. I kept wanting to call it Chrono Break, but I'm like, that's not it. It's not Chrono Break.
We have
Turbo
nothing
mode
to fear.
on.
Gotcha!
You're finished!
No problem. You're not molten right now!
Got you!
Okay,
Do this.
sweet dreams!
My turn.
Let's move!
Right. Fire!
There we go.
We made it out in one piece.
Not bad.
Alright, what is this trial chest up here? Why would I talk about games that haven't happened yet? I'm confused. Alyssa and Emma? I don't have Emma with me. Makes sense that Emma was the top scorer on the Thor's entrance exam. After all, he really knows how to spell. Like, as corny as these things are, I really genuinely miss them. I wish every chest in this game had stuff like that. She really knows how to spell. Gosh, dang it. It's just like the more I think about it, the funnier it gets.
I
Oh,
all
man.
challengers.
I can do this.
Oh,
Nice.
goodness. Think she applied it to herself? Let's find out. No, it doesn't look like it.
There! Ha! Now's our chance!
Gotcha!
Maybe she did in the last game, though. Can't remember.
Leave this to me. Ha! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up!
Got almost that thing's entire
It's my
health,
turn.
man. That's crazy.
Now!
An opening.
That's pretty crazy.
Masterfully done, Ellie.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, man. Alright, Celestial
That
Bomb.
one looks nasty. Try to be
Take this guy out.
careful.
This guy's weak to
This one
fire,
looks
right?
strong.
My turn!
Yeah, he's weak to fire. Okay.
Second form! Gale! Now! Elisa, let's do this!
Leave it to me.
Sit!
Yeah. No problem.
Alright, let's do Molten Rain on him.
You're not getting away. Molten Rain! Now's our chance.
Got you!
This is it for you.
Alright, there goes that one.
Onward.
Do Armor Breaker.
Shatter.
Gunzo. Dude, 16,000? Almost
You still have
16,500?
a lot of training to do.
Definitely packs a wall up, man. That's wild. Alright. Where do we need to go here? Okay, there's a chest down here. I'm curious,
Promising. This is a
has
pleasant surprise. There's a treasure chest here.
Crescent Mirror. What does that do? Surrounds allies with a lunar barrier. Magic Reflect. Okay. Oh, I thought I had Emma in my party. I guess not. Okay, fair enough. But what if you could have any game made, what would it be? Need something like Half-Life 3, Bloodborne Remastered, or Mother 3 in English. Instantly made? instantly made. Because if we're talking about that, I want my Metroid Prime 4. You know, I know it's being made, but like, I want it now. If we're talking about things that like don't really exist yet, I would take like a Bloodborne PS5
Here I go.
update, some sort of thing.
Second form. Damn.
I've been begging
Now's our chance.
and praying for a Bloodborne, just a like a PS5 upgrade sort of thing for years now. Even just like a PS4 Pro like patch sort of thing. Because the state that the game is in right now, like,
Success.
Exactly.
it's really choppy. You can still play it, but it's really choppy. And I really liked Bloodborne. But they just, I don't know, man. I'd take that. I'd probably take a,
That one looks nasty.
I'd probably take even a,
Worthy adversary.
I don't know if anybody remembers this game series, but there's a series back in,
I can do this.
oh, when was it?
Light.
Gosh, like the PS2, PS3 era where,
Rain upon us.
the series called Mercenaries. And, like, it had like destructible environments, it had like that sort of stuff. It was a really fun game, and I would love a new one. Kind of in that era where like Red Faction Guerrilla came out too, and it had like fully destructible environments and you could blow stuff up. But Mercenaries was just like kind of goofy
We should keep going.
humor added to it as well. It was really cool. You just like blow a bunch of stuff up,
Did it.
play as a mercenary.
I believe.
I think you had like 3 different characters you could pick from. Just a really good game, man. I miss that. It's probably that. I was gonna say a remake of Bait and Kaitos, but we're getting those I think later this year in September. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah. What about you, Jacob? What about you? Get over the lunar barrier. Giving Crest Mirror to Emma is redundant since she has a craft called Crescent Shell that does the same thing. Crescent Mirror is good for Elliot. Oh, okay. Okay. Golden Sun. Hold up. Was there more than one Golden Sun game? Because that was a series I completely missed out on. I'm waiting for them to put Golden Sun on the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online app thingy that you can get on the Switch. Because I've never played Golden Sun. I've always heard really good things about it, but I've never played it. But I didn't know they made more than one. I thought there was just one. Xenogears remade and actually finished. Yeah. Metroid Prime 4 would be good. Yeah. I'm still waiting on that game. That game was announced like what, 5-6 years ago or something like that now? Just like, Nintendo, just give me something, man. Give me something. But I'll be patient. I want Metroid Prime 4 to be good. I want it to be really good. I want it to be stellar. Some people have told me though, like, they think that Metroid Prime 4 isn't coming out on the Switch. It's going to be like a launch title on the next console that Nintendo's doing. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think we're getting close to the end of the Nintendo Switch life cycle. Nintendo is just like, we're still going to put a bunch of games on the Switch because we got all these games coming out later this year. Bloodborne Remastered would be amazing, but I think I would want Half-Life 3 more, just so it's finally here. Yeah. So we can, like, finally have it. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done it yet. I mean, you would think, because I feel like Half-Life 3 is a game I hear people talk about literally every year. Now, I'd think that they would have made it by now. And it's not like they've forgotten about the series. I mean, they made, what was it, Half-Life Alyx recently? I don't know, kind of surprised. How much trouble can they really cause? Would even make the cut for the Imperial Army. Oh, man. They don't know. You guys are clear to head on through. You can go about your business, but I'd better not catch wind of you causing any trouble here. You won't find us causing trouble, sir, if you'll excuse us. I can't believe that really worked. It's been 4 years since they restarted dev time on Metroid Prime 4. That's well within a normal dev cycle these days. True. My thing is, though, like, I just want to see something from it. You know, they could keep it under development for another, like, 2 or 3 years even, but I want to see something. Just give me something. You know? Let's see some of the environments. Let's see Samus's ship. Let's see Samus herself. You know, maybe they changed the design of her armor, made it look even more cool. Which I'm always like, how are they going to make her suit look cooler? And then they wind up doing it anyway. Like how it was in Metroid Dread. By the time you get to the end of the game, it's like, dude, her suit is amazing. Oh my goodness. But I gotta see, I want to see something. I don't see the whole game. I just want to see something. Of course, I say that and watch, they'll give us just a title card again. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a new title card. Oh man. All right, time to gather some information. That's right, we need to find out where Mother and Angelica are. Here we go. Valve can't count to 3. I think it'll be Breath of the Wild like. They promised it on the Switch, so it will be. I probably just shifted to also be a launch title on next gen too. Yeah, that's true. Breath of the Wild wound up being that. Breath of the Wild was on the Wii U and the Switch. Day and date. Must be closed today though. I was hoping we'd be able to get some information from Yuna and Devans, but I guess we're out of luck. Okay. Where'd you go, Toddy? Can't find him anywhere. Okay. There's a way to get by this, isn't there? No, I guess not. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next Nintendo console will have online accounts compatibility, but I don't think there will be retro compatibility. Man, I hope they do. Wait, when you say retro compatibility, do you mean like... Because surely they've got to be able to make it to where like your Switch games will work on the new system, right? At least for digital, right? Because retro stuff, like anything before Switch, I'm not expecting it to have any kind of compatibility. Because I think the Nintendo Switch Online apps is their answer to the retro stuff going forward, and you'll be able to keep that with your accounts, I would think. And you can play that on the new systems. But surely the Switch games got to carry over, right? Right? I mean, you would hope so. You would hope so. We're not sure if physical copies? Okay. I mean, I'm sure that would... Let's say the new Nintendo console comes out, right? And like your physical games don't transfer, but your digital games do. For me, that's perfect. Because my Switch was pretty much all digital. I rarely bought physical games for it. Because it made sense, like the portability of it, I mean... Portability of it just made sense. So that would be fine for me, like pretty much my entire library would carry over, but at the same time, I don't know, it's interesting. I'm wondering if I don't think they'll announce anything this year. It'll probably be next year, I would think, right? I'm just guessing. I'm not like some kind of industry insider. I'm just guessing at this point. It's Vivi's sister. Happy to see you all well. What brings you to Roer? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare. Basic rundown. Told her what they were doing. So Vivi's okay, thank goodness. She's our observer on the Courageous right now. Wow, wonderful. Why'd she say it like that? Glad to be the bearer of good news. I'm sure Vivi will be thrilled to know that we found you as well. Well, more so than usual, I mean. You've been working here part-time. Excuse me. After a while, we all ended up in Roer. Although, to be honest, when going a little stir-crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi, I've been so worried. I couldn't muster up the courage to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own, though. Yeah, not a great strategy, that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. You know, she doesn't have the courage. She doesn't have the courage to go looking for her sister. However, if she comes aboard the Courageous, probably gonna get enough courage to do that because her sister's gonna be right there. You can maybe open up a new shop. I'm just saying. Maybe open up the arts training. Huh? You wouldn't have happened to have heard anything about Angelica and Irina Reinford's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. I wish I could be a little more helpful. So I have an investigation to do. Something's going on here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and leave that to us. If you insist, be careful. If there's ever anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. All right, fair enough. So, do we talk to her again, maybe? Anything I can do to help? Okay, nope. Can't do anything there. Be as powerful as a PS4? Not bad. I mean, if it maintains portability, the current Switch does. It's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take it. Oh, man. Alright, so we've got some items here. Force emblem prevents stat down. Got some items. Do we really need any of these right now? Gambler Jack chapter 4. Got those. Okay. My chapter 4 is chapter 11 and 12, but you get the idea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know, oh man, I'm just thinking of like all the possibilities we could get with a new Nintendo console. It has me excited because like I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on it. And, like the game's good, but I keep sitting there just looking at it like, man, I wish this game was made for something with better hardware. So that way it could look better, the textures wouldn't have so much pop in. Wouldn't have that like variable refresh sort of thing that it does with the textures. That's one of the things I like about Nintendo. Like, you know, people make a big stink about graphics and all that, but like honestly, graphics don't really matter if the gameplay is good, right? It's like I've had some people come to my my Trails reviews here recently in the last couple weeks, especially the Azure review. They're like, oh, the reason these games aren't as big as, you know, like Final Fantasy or whatever is because the graphics are stupid. And I'm like, really? Really? Graphics matter that much? I don't know if I agree with that. And I say that because a lot of people don't really care about games being 60 frames per second. They just want 30 frames, right? So people don't really care about performance stuff or even like games looking that great. As long as the gameplay is really stellar, the graphics don't necessarily matter. I mean, say what you will about Tears of the Kingdom, right? Some people like the art style, some people don't. I just wish the game was on something with better hardware so it looked a little bit better and really made the art style pop more. But the gameplay in that game is so stinking good that it's like, I mean, at least for me, I overlooked a lot of the graphic issues. So I was just like, this game is just so good. So, I don't know, man. I think the whole thing where, I think people, not like everyone, but I think a lot of people tend to put too much stock in graphics, and it's like, I don't know, man. Give me really good gameplay. Give me a good art style that kind of catches the eye, and then go from there. I don't know. I think that kind of shows with the Switch too. I mean, the Switch is selling really well. You get a lot of games on it that may not look like Call of Duty, right, or Final Fantasy 16, but still sell remarkably well. But anyway, off on a tangent here as I think more about it. That doesn't really surprise me. That's right, it was backbreakingly difficult, but once I helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Heimdall. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country, almost calmest in the eye, always calmest in the eye of the storm. It does make sense, even though Fiona wasn't exactly safe when she was there. Relatives of known reformists in Class 7 members are a notable exception, but I can see it being a safe place for most. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold, though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind, the city's not without its problems. The flow of information is under tighter lockdown than anywhere else. Ordinary citizens can't even approach the palace by foot or by vehicle, and no one knows where the Imperial family is. What's going on within the Alliance, for that matter, nobody's got any idea what they intend to do next. You haven't heard anything about where Angelico or my mother could be. Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Roer since the war started. I haven't heard a peep about them. It's not like, excuse me, it's not like I can stroll on into Reinford's corporate HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry, I can't be of more help. No, but you've given us plenty of useful information as it is. Just be careful if you keep up all this city hopping, okay? Right back at you, and give me my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Fair enough. True that, but performance may be important, especially for action-based games. I mean, that's true. That's true. Action-based games, you kind of need the 60 frames or... Well, I don't know. I was playing Final Fantasy 16 at 30 frames, and it looked fine to me. But I see what you're saying, though. Especially like first-person shooters or something. You kind of need them at 60 frames now. We're very short on ordnance right now. All the city's factories are currently tied up manufacturing weapons, other wartime instruments for the military. As a store run by the Reinford company itself, it pains me to find myself in this situation, but there's not much I can do. We'd be glad to take a look at your Arcus units, however. Some of the provincial army soldiers are using them now, too. Okay, fair enough. Playing Loop here on Vampire Survivors. I don't give a crap about graphics. Yeah. I put off playing Vampire Survivors for so long, but I recently played it for the first time, and I was like, okay, I see why people get hooked on this game. I also was playing Brotato, which is kind of like a copy of that game, but pretty similar. And I'm just like, I see why people enjoy these sorts of games. They are pretty addicting. What is this? Is it a vacuum? Like a vacuum, yeah. I'm not sure what Loop Hero is, though. I'll have to look into that. Is that similar to Vampire Survivors? Or like Rogue Legacy or anything like that? I was thinking Loop Hero, and I think of like a roguelite sort of thing. Karen went missing as soon as the war began. Her disappearance changed everything around here too, though I suppose I should be grateful that the city isn't a battlefield right now. Can't pet the dog. That's a bummer. Let's see here, what do we got? One up there. We can go to the airport. Let's go check out the airport. But yeah.
Been a while since we were last in Roer Airport.
Yeah, not since our field study here.
Like, I was just kind of going back to some of those comments, I was just surprised at like how some people were like, they looked at the game, whether it's Azure, Cold Steel, whatever, and they're like, well, the game looks like it's mid, or I think some guy called it Isekai harem trash with a convoluted story. To which I was like, dude, if you don't understand the story of the Trails games, you might want to get your head checked. I was kind of surprised by that. And I'm like, these games aren't even an isekai either. Like, it's like, do you know what an isekai is? But it's kind of surprised at just seeing people looking at the games and be like, they look like trash. They're mid or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I get looking at the games and being like, I don't know if I like it. It looks kind of old. And they are older games, but I don't know, man. I've learned, it's the same thing with books, right? You don't judge a book by its cover, right? You get into it, you check it out, and you might wind up liking it. It's the same thing with games. Now, if like you're looking at this and it's like, it's just not for me, I can't do it. Understandable, right? I get it. But I mean, I almost let the art style of these games and just how they looked overall keep me from playing them. But then I gave Sky a try, and I was like, I get it. It's an older game. It's a retro game. I don't mind it. You know, and then here I am in Cold Steel, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like, to me, it seems like people let how a game looks prevent them from playing something truly great. And I don't know, maybe I'm just, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I don't even know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling. Loop Hero is kind of a unique game, hard to explain, totally different. It's a game of its own with roguelike elements, really hard to explain. Okay, cool. I'll just try it out. I'm always up for trying a new game. Can't pet the dog, 1 point for Final Fantasy 16. Hero walks around a road in a loop, and there are different hazards and enemies, and you get gear and you can build stuff strategically. I'll give it a shot. I thought Brotato would be weird, and then I played it, I'm like, this is actually pretty cool, so. Isekai where? Exactly. Because I was like, I read that comment, I was like, do you know what an isekai is? I think it literally translates to like new world or other world or something like that, where the main character comes from like the real world, goes into a fantasy world. That's not what these games are at all. Okay. Sorry, I should probably read these. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, what was it? He called it Isekai Harem. Yeah, the guy called it Isekai Harem Trash, and I'm like, have you played these games? You know, it's like I've seen harem anime, dude. Like these games, I mean, some of the scenes might kind of lead into that territory, but it's not either one of those things. It almost kind of read, I gotta be honest though, because I agree with Julian's comment about some people are just haters. The comment read like someone just Googled some like buzzwords and then just tossed it into a word salad, and that was their comment. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about, my guy. It was weird. I'd say the Lusitania around here anyway, or anywhere though. Not that that comes as a huge surprise. The Lusitania. It's a huge luxury passenger liner built by the Third Factory. It's one of the company's most famous creations, but from what I've heard, it was seized by the Alliance. Worse yet, Duke Cayenne supposedly made it his personal ship too. Looks like the rumors might actually be true. Guys, unbelievable. It's like the Alliance is treating Reinford like their own personal toy box. Probably wouldn't have dared if the chairman was in her rightful position. Putting that aside for now, we should look around. We might be able to find something useful around here. Fair enough. But they look at the characters' designs and say, these are... Hang on, let me see. Man, I'm having trouble reading today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Or they look at the characters' designs and say, these are generic. I'll pass on this game. The designs aren't extravagant as Final Fantasy or Persona, so I'll pass. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that too, but like I can understand people's perspectives on that, because there was, what was that game that I played? Oh, what was that game called? It was like it's like a launch game on the PS5. I can't remember what it's called now. It'll probably come to me later, but like, it's kind of like a looter sort of game. You played as this character in like an armor. You had like 3 different characters. You could run around with a sword or some other weapons. You collect loot, but like all the designs in it were just really kind of generic looking, like stuff that I've seen in other games. But I don't know. Like it's even like these games here, right? None of this really looks generic to me. Maybe old, sure, right? But I mean, these were like what, PS3 games? Heck, Trails of Cold Steel 1 was on the Vita. And so, I mean, you have that there with like other JRPGs that look similar at the time, but yeah, I can understand that to a degree, but then it's almost like some people take it a little too far where it's like, man, if I don't see the pores on this character's face, I'm not gonna play it because it's trash. And it's like, dude, really? All right. I don't know. I feel like people are limiting themselves when it comes to gaming by doing that. Aren't you the students from Thor's? Oh yeah, we talked to him in the last game. Planned on heading back home to Liberal, but that didn't really work out. That's right, he was in Sky, right? I think so, right? He plays forest, battlefields, lamps, lighthouses, mountains on the loop, around the loops, and it affects monster spawns. See, this sounds, Finn, the more that you talk about Loop Hero, this sounds cool. Having just played CS 3 and 4, it's wild coming back to CS 1 and 2, seeing how much the graphics improved. Yeah, because they got a new like graphics engine for CS 3 and 4, right? I haven't like really watched anything, but I remember seeing like a character model of like Rean in a white coat or something like that in CS3, and I was like, dude, man, that's a pretty big leap. I guess they got a new engine. Bruh. But it is true that the games are niche because of their graphics, but I guess it depends on players' preference in terms of story, gameplay, graphics, soundtrack. True. You can tell the difference of the Vita for CS 1 and 2 and PS4 for CS 3 and 4. Yeah. And I can understand that too. Like again, I said, like, I almost didn't play these games because when I first saw the graphics for even Cold Steel, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but it's a Vita game. Supposedly it's good. Because I remember getting Cold Steel 1 on the Vita. It was like the limited edition that came inside of like a Arcus unit, and but I just never played it. And but I can understand that. But I guess I'm more, what's the word, open, I guess. Like, I'm not trying to like be mean to people who are like have preferences, but I know when it came to these games, I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Like, I'm more open-minded when it comes to games. I'm like, okay, I'll give this game a shot. I'm not sure about the looks, but I'll give it a shot. And most of the time, I'm pleasantly surprised by the games. But I guess a lot of people aren't really like that. Which, I mean, I guess now that I think about it this way, too, I kind of understand it. Especially with the way that the economy is. You know, you kind of have to be more picky about what you pick up, and spending $40 to $70 on a game, that's a, you know, you want it to be good, so I guess I can understand that side too. The new guards, of course. Wasn't the Provincial Army? Yep, wasn't the Provincial Army last time. Angelica did say that Mother was locked away somewhere, but it definitely didn't sound like this was the place. I'm sure that things are pretty chaotic inside with her officially missing, though. Who's this? Also funny, people are so hyped to play retro games like Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster or Live Alive, or retro-like games that are newer, like Bravely Default, Octopath, but Trails as retro aspects were fine. Nah, I know, right? I know. It's weird how that works out. Because I've seen people like gushing about Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. But you mention other retro games too, and they're like, nah, I don't want to play it. I don't want to touch it. It's like, really? Alright. Well, that's your choice, but it's like I said yesterday, man. These Trails games have kind of become the creme de la creme for me when it comes to JRPGs. These games here is pretty much the standard I'm going to be judging any JRPG going forward against, just because these games just fire on all cylinders. And so, Idol Rogner. Oh. Okay, he's also Angelica's uncle. Okay, gotcha. So we got director Heidel Rogner. Sometimes feels as though the work will never end. Serving as the group's acting chairman is no easy task. It's no wonder Irina ended up falling ill working like this. Do so hope she'll be fit to return to work before too long. Well, if you need me, I'll be unwinding on the 24th floor for the time being. Bring some tea along a little later, would you? Much obliged. Would have asked the chairman's maid for that, but alas, she is nowhere to be found. So that floor is a, what was that, Dalton? Is there something you want to say to me? No, sir, not at all. This guy seems very pompous. Acting chairman, so that guy's standing in for your mother, Elisa? He said she was ill too? A load of nonsense. There's no way she's sick. That aside, the 24th floor is my family's home. That's right, that's where we stayed during our field study. We're part of one of the 4 great houses, but that does not excuse taking advantage of the chairman's absence to do as he pleases. It'd be one thing if he just took over the company, but this feels like he's trampling on our personal lives too. Still, given the way things are right now, there's no way we can get any closer to the building. We're gonna have to gather information somewhere else right now. There's one off to the right here. If it's too generic, it's Isekai. If it's too extravagant, it's Genshin Impact. Yo, for real, the graphics in Genshin Impact look pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my kind of game, but that art style is really crisp, really clean. But yeah, I guess that's what it is. I feel like Isekai has just become a buzzword, like when CEOs mention blockchain but have no idea what it even means. Yeah. Character designs are great in all the Trails games. The models are lowish polygon count, but not to a point it's distracting. Yeah, I mean it's not like PS1, right? It's definitely higher quality than that. But that's the thing, like even with this game, I've been really impressed with all the character designs in this game specifically. They all look great. They're all really cool looking. I mean, that's how it's been throughout the entire series. All the characters look really, really cool. Godfall's the game. That's it. Thank you, Rosen. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of earlier. Godfall. That's the one where I was like, the game, like the design and stuff just looks kind of generic, right? It's like they pulled stuff from Destiny and from other like night or games with knights in them or stuff like that, and so it just looked a little generic. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for that. I think it's also a factor of people's attention spans being so small that they don't have the patience to enjoy a long-form story and want to jump right into the action. Yeah. It's funny because I remember several years ago when Death Stranding came out, Hideo Kojima mentioned something about that, where he said that, I think he was talking about like American gamers specifically, they don't have, I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it's something like they don't have the attention span for a long story or something like that. And it really made a lot of people mad because people took it as he was saying American gamers are stupid. But I mean, you look at today's culture and stuff with things like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff, short form content, people's attention spans, and I know this as a high school teacher, attention spans are just shot, you know? Especially with games like these, books like what Brandon Sanderson writes, they are slow burns, but it's worth it, you know? It's worth the investment. It's worth going through the slow stuff. Because the payoffs are really, really big. You know, but people don't want that. There are people who do, and there are people who enjoy it, right? I'm not trying to belittle those who don't, but it definitely seems like attention spans across the board are not anywhere near what they used to be, say, 10 years ago, right? So, I don't know. Same graphics engines, but they just improved their skills on it for CS3. Oh, cool, okay. It's not a new graphics engine, it's still Sony's engine. Falcom just upgraded it, and it no longer needed to run on the Vita. Kuro's when they introduced their new in-house graphics engines and makes the games more modern. Oh, okay. Peyton was the guy that sold you stuff before you liberated Grand Cell Castle and Sky FC. He was also on the Arce in second chapter. Okay. I thought he reminded me, or I thought I remembered, like, okay, I was like, I know I've seen him before. Trails games, apart from the newer ones, aren't even that expensive, and they go on sale all the time if you're on PC. Oh yeah, I've seen the Sky trilogy games go on sale so many times, and I'm like, dude, you can get these for like, what, $7, if that. Instructor Mary. Can't believe my eyes. This all feels like a wonderful dream. If it is, I don't want to be woken up. Managed to flee Trista with a number of students in tow a while ago, and together we made our way here. Been staying at Min's house ever since. Not sure where she is right now, sadly. We were together at one point, but next I looked, she was gone. Yeah, she mentioned that. There's no need to worry about her. She's been flying around with us aboard the Courageous. Really? Well, that's fantastic news. Oh, Adios, thank you so much. But wait, what are you doing here in the first place? Well... Very brief summary of stuff. Godfall reminded me of Warframe, but everyone's bulky. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. The movement's pretty similar. I can see that. Speaking of attention spans, Logan couldn't get through a 30-minute audio drama. How's he ever gonna get through Red Moon Rose? Dude, that thing was like an hour. The audio drama thing that takes place between like CS 1 and 2, I think it was like an hour. Wait, how long is Red Moon Rose? I'm probably not gonna get through it. Long format storytelling is a style people just need to admit they aren't for them, but it doesn't make it bad. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's like that same comment where the guy was called the trail series Isekai harem trash. You can't take this guy seriously. He ended the comment with like he said like this game's biggest problem is the commitment, world building, and lore, which shouldn't be that important anyway. And I'm like, my guy, do you just hate JRPGs? It's kind of a major theme in most JRPGs. Like if you don't like all the storytelling and how it all connects and just the length of the story itself and how far it goes, then just say you don't like story, and move on. There's no reason to call the game trash because of it. I don't know, man. I feel like, let me ask you all this question. Does it seem like people can't be nuanced anymore? Like, if they don't like something, this thing is trash. But if they like this thing, it's amazing and there's no in between, right? It's like me with Final Fantasy 16. There are things about the game I really enjoyed and thought were awesome. There's things I also didn't really care for, but I'm not gonna call it a bad game because of that. It's just not really what I'm looking for in a Final Fantasy game, right? So, but I'm not gonna call the game trash. So I don't know. Do y'all think people have a hard time just being nuanced? I guess I think that's the right word. It's kind of weird to me. They're on sale right now. Might get it for my B-Day. Dude, Jacob, at least get Sky. Well, would say get Sky's first chapter, but you might as well just get first chapter and second chapter, because after you finish first chapter, you're gonna want to play second chapter. The ending of that game is pretty surprising. Oh, this dude's totally plastered. That dude is totally plastered. Good to see you again, Almina. This is that. Yeah, I didn't know you were back in Roer. What a pleasure to see you, though you're going to want to be careful if you're staying in town. Things are generally peaceful here, but you wouldn't want to wind up with the army after you like they are Lady Angelica. Provincial armies after Angelica? Somehow I'm not surprised. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have any idea where she might be, would you? I'm afraid not. I do hear whispers from time to time, but nothing worth passing on just yet. Thank you anyway. Guess we've got to keep asking around. Okay, fair enough. Red Moon Rose is the longest Trails novel. You need to read it though. I'm not kidding, before the next game read it. Wouldn't say Red Moon Rose is an absolute must, but I would say any side short novel is an absolute must now. That's 3 and 9. Rean and Lloyd do be harem protagonists, but they're not dense. Lloyd is like, no, I need to solve other problems first, and Rena is, I'm disgusting. Can anyone like me? They're not dense. It's so accurate of Rean. I mean, if you want your enjoyment heightened, read Red Moon Rose. Just like if you want your enjoyment heightened, play the Trails games in order. True. Read a summary of 3 and 9. It was really good. I bet Logan has no idea that Toval was in the Carnelia novel in Sky FC. Someone pointed that out to me, actually. And I remember reading that a little bit, because when I got to Toval, in the, what is that book called? It's the manga. Is it Ring of Ruin? Something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But when he was in there, I was like, dude, this name sounds really familiar. Where have I heard this before? And someone in my Discord server was like, oh yeah, you know, he was in this book in the Sky guy or the Sky games. I was like, oh yeah. So I remember Toval more than I do Anton. We'll say that. The chairman's direct control, which means they're not exactly our biggest fans. What about the 4th Development Division getting all its projects frozen? My sympathies. Time for a drink. Yep, time for a drink. Ring of Judgment, that's it. Yeah. Rooney, thank you for subscribing. If I've missed anybody's subs, I'm sorry. I'm just checking it when I look back over here at chat. But appreciate the subs, appreciate the likes. As always, if you guys are enjoying the content, the conversation, all the jazz, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. In terms of graphics, though, S-Craft exhibitions and trails are graphical bangers, especially from CS3 onwards. They are spectacles.
Right.
100%. Grab a Steam Deck and you'll have all the games available to you. Just like how people said the Vita was a Persona 4 Golden machine. Steam Deck is the Trails machine. Absolutely. I remember when people were calling the PS Vita the Persona machine. I'm like, man, like, yeah, but if anything, it's like the retro gaming portable. That's where I played so many PS1 classics and just kind of more old school games. Rip Vita, man. What a great handheld. Such a good handheld. Such a good handheld. President Schmidt has finally returned to the Institute. Not only that, he's looking for something new to research too. My condolences for anyone forced to help with that. They're in for a world of pain. For better or worse, the only thing that man cares about is his research. Okay. Let's go out here to see. We've gathered a lot of information. We don't really know where Elisa's mom is. Have we... Okay, we haven't gone to the Roer Cathedral. So let's hop over there real quick. Weapons and bullets. Let's hop over here and see. Did we talk to these characters in the last game? No way Lady Angelica would ever give up. I'm sure she's just fine. You've forgotten about the way she defied all odds to go to the Academy Festival, and we didn't get to see her. Okay, fair enough.
I'm pleased to hear that everything seems to be going well for you. I believe it was the goddess's guidance that brought you here after all. I may be limited in what I can do to aid you, but know that you have my full support.
Who is this?
Thank you, Father. I will keep striving to do everything I can. Now, if you'll excuse me.
That voice doesn't sound familiar. Okay.
Welcome to Roer Cathedral. Have you all come to pray for the goddess's guidance?
He's pretty good at hiding in plain sight.
She was really polite. Even his sisters go.
Strange. I've never seen her around here before.
I guess she must be new. Kind of an odd time to take your vows as a sister, huh?
True. I guess the church may be working on its own independent initiatives to bring the war to an end. I suppose. The church has its own vast network of connections they can call on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I need to do a video. Just the Septian Church in this game series. They're so fascinating to me. I was expecting to see you return here at a time like this. Are you sure it's alright for you to be walking around in public like this? The soldiers have been looking for you. Should be fine. Thanks for looking out for me, though. Glad to see that not much has changed here in the cathedral. Just that new sister. You must be referring to Sister Quell. Yes, I can understand that it seems an odd time for a new sister to join us, but she's something of a special case, so we're taking care of her for the time being. Should you ever require our aid, you needn't hesitate a moment to ask for it. The church never abandons those in need. Fair enough. Trying to aid others in whatever ways we can, but the war has certainly made that more difficult than we'd like. If only we could work in tandem with Berea-Hard Cathedral on this, getting aid where it's needed would be far easier. Unfortunately, we aren't exactly on the best of terms with them. I'm not sure there's much we can do about that either. Oh no, this character looks familiar. Leonard? We head back to the office, but why? It's not like there's anything to actually do there. I'm so bored. Can't stand the new acting chairman. Give me Irina any day. Fair enough. Fair enough. I had a new sister start working here the other day. It's always a bit strange having someone new relying on me all of a sudden. I want to do all I can to be an excellent teacher for her. It's really quite exciting, truth be told. Yeah, fair enough. Ring of Judgment is the name of that manga, right? Right. Steam Deck is the everything machine. I like that every single part of Carnelia is true. And Septian Church is like, meh, who's gonna believe it? Let's not cause a Streisand effect here. That sister is so sweet. She's the sweetest sister. Surprised she didn't catch on fire walking into the church. Or like the roof didn't collapse or anything like that, right? Yeah. That's funny. And the Septian Church isn't as archaic as the one in our world, like priests can get in relationships. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I really need to do a video on that. Surprised she could resist with all these angels in church. The roof would definitely collapse on her if she gave in to those temptations. Let's see what lectures I have today. The country may be at war, but we're all still students. Of course, we have lectures. We need to work harder on our studies than ever. Okay, fair enough. That's the board there. The city might not have been harmed directly, but this institute has still been affected by war. A number of students have chosen to take leave from their studies to return home for one thing. It's a terrible shame what's happening is having such a negative effect on our students' educations. The authorized personnel can enter here. Okay. Well, nothing in there. Is there anything on the ground floor? We can't, what do they say? We can't go into the Reinford company. We can't go into the tower. Then what's over here? Let's speed up a little bit. Can we go over here? No. Disaster. If you catch a glimpse of Lady Angelica around here anyway, let us know immediately. You'll be well rewarded for doing so. Huh. I'm trying to think. Let's go down to the bottom floor. See if there's anything here. Okay, here we go.
We're not getting anywhere, especially when the Alliance has this city so completely under control.
That's for sure. Wandering around's given us a lot of information, but none of it actually relates to why we're here. Could there be something we're missing?
It's mine.
I can't imagine you're getting a call from someone on the Courageous either. There's no way they're within calling range.
Well, only one way to find out who our mystery caller is. Hello?
Is that you, Elisa? It's Yuna. How have you been?
Yuna, what a pleasant surprise. I'm doing just fine. How about you?
Me too. But more to the point, I realize this is a bit sudden, but could you come meet me at the diner? We've got something really important to discuss with you.
If it's that important, then sure. We tried visiting the diner earlier, actually, but the door was locked. Hold on. How did you even know I was back in Roer?
I'll tell you that when I see you. Anyway, later.
Wait, hold on.
Kind of like the whole
She hung up on me.
Yuna's one of your friends, right?
Kind of like the whole like spy sort of feel of this this particular part of the game.
Right. She told me she has something important to talk to us about. She wants us to meet her at Devance's diner near the city's west exit.
It's not like we've got any better leads. Let's head on over.
All right, let's go over there. Let's check it out. Speed it up just a little bit here. Let's see what we got.
Well, it's open. I guess they aren't taking the day off after all.
Picture Ren being at the Roer Institute of Technology as a teacher, of course. Okay.
Yuna, Devance, are you in there?
Wait a minute. Ben, are you hitting stuff at future games?
There you are.
Let's not go giving away too much.
It's open. Come on.
Well, if you say so.
Thanks.
I need to look up a timeline of these games too, now that I think about it. Like when they take place.
Yuna! Devons!
Hey there, Elisa. I see you've got your friends with you.
Because at this point in the series, how far are we removed from the events of the Sky Trilogy? Is it like 2 or 3 years? Or is it longer than that? Because the Crossbow games take place, is it a year or 2 years after the Sky games? Huh.
Oh, I've missed you, Elisa. I'm so happy to see you're all right.
I can't remember. I know they mentioned it in Zero.
Yeah, same here.
They talk about the incident in Liberl.
So, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, you know.
No, I just ran being smart. Oh, okay, fair enough. See 1202 right now at the late 1204. Okay. About 2 years removed. Okay.
Please, allow me to explain.
Is that the sweetest sister? Yep.
I've been eagerly anticipating your arrival, Class 7.
Is it bad that part of me was hoping that was Reese?
Sister? Wait, didn't we just meet you back in the cathedral? What brings you here?
Wait a second. You sound a lot like... Are you... You couldn't be.
Oh, but I am.
Surprise!
It really is you.
Angelica?
Oh, hey, guys. I sure wasn't expecting you to come all the way out here after our talk.
I never would have expected to find you in that getup of all things. You're the last person I picture when I think sister, so the thought never even crossed my mind.
Then my disguise worked even better than I thought it would.
I mean, it's the least expected thing, so...
All that crap that got drilled into my head on how to be a lady while growing up came in handy.
I suppose that works, even if it's not exactly how it was intended.
Moving right along. What made you disguise yourself in the first place?
Oh, I'll explain that while I'm bringing you up to speed on everything else. Devons, you mind bringing out some hot drinks for us?
Sure thing.
Well, it's good to know that she's all right. Two years after Sky and Azure is happening right now. Like, Lloyd is technically in jail with Garcia as of now. Lloyd was breaking out of jail in the prologue when Rean was waking up. Had to call back to Julia disguised as a nun in first chapter. Probably there's a barrier on Crossbow still. This parallels Captain Schwartz's disguise in Sky. Sky did it, we gotta do it again. Again, I feel like these Cold Steel games are bringing back a lot of stuff from the Sky games. It just kind of further reinforces it, doesn't it? Should have been telling you guys not to worry would make you do exactly the opposite. What else did you think it would do? We couldn't just ignore it. What if you were in trouble? The situation here is even worse than I thought it'd be, too. Heido Ragnar seems to have complete control over the whole company. I'm afraid so. About half of the factories in town have been shut down. The ones that are still active are being used to make arms and the like for the Noble Alliance. Word is they're using them to make more soldats, too. People's displeasure with the nobles appears to be growing, too. Did you run away from home because you wanted to try and do something about what's happening here? Basically, yeah. The daughter of the family that rules this province, I figured I've got to try and do something. Right now I'm in the middle of gathering supporters within the provincial army in the city, two of which are Devons and Yuna. Knowing that you have supporters in the provincial army as well is certainly encouraging. Wait, is that soldier who allowed us to come into the town one of them? You got it, he must have noticed you were friends of mine and decided to let you through. That said, I don't have all that many supporters in the army. Most are still loyal to my father. As surprising as it may be, my father feels kind of guilty about the occupation of Heimdall. Really is a surprise. He's part of the four great houses, so I assumed he was in favor of all the stuff the Alliance is doing. He's no fan of the Reformists, but his loyalty to His Majesty is genuine. I guess he's just one example of how the Alliance isn't totally united from within. Before I left home, we ended up getting into a big argument, and right in the middle of it, he shouted, If you're so sure you're right, prove it to me with brute force. Okay. Not sure how to respond to that. Sounds like a real macho guy for a noble. Sounds a lot more manly than I was expecting. Reminds me of Dad, actually. Still, if he's willing to listen that way, it must be he has doubts about what the Alliance is doing, right? That's what I figure. Anyway, right now he's taking command of the army over at the Schwarzer barrier. Meanwhile, a few of the soldiers there are waiting for my word to act. We've got a few armored cars and soldats available to us too. So when the time comes, I intend to give Father exactly what he wants. I'll beat my way into him. As you can see, there's not really much you can do. This is between me and my father. It's a Ragnar family issue. Happy you cared enough to come all the way here, but would you mind leaving this to me? That's not gonna happen. Afraid I can't do that. This isn't just a Ragnar family issue. Roer, and above all else, the Reinford company are both just as involved. Maybe you could argue that it has nothing to do with my classmates, but it has everything to do with me. Yeah, I guess so. I want to settle things with your father with your own hands, and I want to rescue my mother with mine. So please, Angelica, won't you let me help you? Wow, you're really something, Elise. Rean, now's not the time. Still say it has plenty to do with us, too. Chairman did a lot for us during our field study here. I think we have a duty to return the favor. Besides, not only did we receive plenty of help from your mother, Elisa, and you helped us too, but you helped us too, Angelica. Helped us to the point of angering your father and getting expelled from the academy, remember? Can't you give us a chance to pay you back for all we owe you? Me getting pulled out of Thor's wasn't your fault at all. I just wanted to rebel against Father, and I paid the price for it. Anything I say will dissuade you now that you've made your minds up. I know how you guys work. It's okay. Nothing she can do about it. Settle things with my father, rescue Irina, and put things back to normal and Roer together. Let's go, dude. Back at it again. Time skip between chapter 4 and the Fragments chapter in Azure is almost perfectly synced up with the time skip between CS1 and 2. Between Lloyd and Rean, but can you see all the similarities between... What was it, Portman? Is it Louvet? Is that what it is? Crow, whitish hair antagonists that had a mask on in the first game and their actions are driven by what happened in their hometown? Huh. I didn't even think about that. They really do borrow a lot from Sky in this series, don't they? Or at least in these two games. Interesting. Alright. What are you wearing? You're a pretty hot sister, don't I? Glad I got the chance to show you my perfect and oh so very beautiful disguise while I still had it on. For the love of Adios. Anyway, we're going to stay and help Angelica with what she's been doing. We should be able to free Roer from the Alliance's control. Okay, then we'll do what we can to support you from here. You know where the chairman is, then? Actually, hold on. Didn't you say you found out where she's being held, Angelica? Oh, yeah, I haven't told you yet, have I? No! Oh, she's at the Saxon Iron Mine. More specifically, she's on board the Eisengraph that's currently stopped in its freight station. Show you the way once we get there. The Eisengraph? Did we see that earlier this game or the last game? Train belonging to the Imperial government doing there. That was the last game, because, oh, what's his name? Osborne was on it when they were going to Crossbell. Used by the Alliance, and my uncle decided it was his to play with. Pretty ritzy on the inside, and she's not being treated all that badly, but the real problem is the security. It's all being handled by Jaegers. Ah, crap. Doubt it's Zeno and Leo, at least. From what I've heard, Director Heidel is never able to look my mother in the eye. You can tell that he wants her as far away as possible so he can wrest control of the company. But since he's limited in how far he can actually go, he's put her there. What you're saying is right. Once we rescue your mother, we're gaining control of the company. Shouldn't be so difficult. Rescuing your mom was going to be the hard part. Everything from there should be downhill. And you won't need to worry about her being used as a hostage against you. Plus, you'll be able to focus on things at the Schwarzer barrier without needing to worry about things in Roer. We're good to go. Let's just review the operation one more time. First, we go to the Iron Mine. We rescue Reinford Company's headquarters and place them under arrest. We head to the Schwarzer barrier and settle things with Father. A lot to do, and we're going to need to be quick about it. I want to give the Marquis time to come to us before we can go to him. We're going to need to make sure we've got all we need before starting. Once we start, there's no turning back. I need you two for backup, Toa and George. Be waiting as close to Roer as we possibly can so that we can rush in if you need us. Let's get ready and head for the mine. Right. Angelica joined the party. Rean and Angelica can now use overdrive. Number of members in the party is temporarily increased to 7. Nice. Okay, the Master Quartz Angelica is equipped with Emblem, has a special effect. Regardless of what they would have been, all battles randomly have a chance of becoming triple advantage encounters when she leads the party. Battles initiated by foes are of no exception. Setting Angelica as your party leader is highly recommended.
I can do this. Just watch.
she's in the nun outfit. All right, that works. Fair enough.
Well then, off we go.
Oh, let's go.
Dare I ask if you intend to travel dressed like that?
Naturally, I'm as loved as Adios herself around these parts.
Is this really her?
That's funny. Huh. I didn't know Elisa was supposed to be the protagonist. Now he wins Falcom character polls over Adel, so I guess they made the right choice. Over Adel Christian from Is? Really? Fitting because Joshua was originally meant to be the protag of Sky, but they swapped it to Estelle in development. Huh. What's it, Kevin? Who? Gosh dang. You mean Kevin from The Office? Can't help but think of how we fought Crow there, yeah. We don't have time to think about that right now. Let's keep moving. You're right. Stay alert for monsters, guys. Here we go. Let's check here. Let's see if there's any. So we've got some chests. Several chests. I'm just trying to make sure there's no. I was just thinking just now. I was like, man, we haven't been to a shrine in a while.
Enemies ahead. We'll have to fight.
Here I go.
What kind of crafts do you got? Laser bullet. 0 impact. Strengthens the body through an explosion of energy. That sounds cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Sweet dreams.
Here I go.
Go.
Sit. Okay, it's safe for now.
I've got it.
Okay, Elliot leveled up. I was like, who leveled up?
Shoo-shoo. Shoo-shoo.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Shoo-shoo. Shoo-shoo.
Got a 1-2 punch. That's cool. We're gonna speed things up a little bit here.
Shoo-shoo. Now's our chance. We can do this.
It's 11:25 my time, so.
Just watch. Okay.
Like to finish up this this part of Act 2 if we can.
Let's move.
But if not, it's no big deal either.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Exactly how it should be.
Shotgun blast. Crush foes with a custom shotgun. Once down 3 turns, unbalanced 50%. Bad. Not bad.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Triple advantage. Nice.
Here I go. Okay.
Just laser bullet move is nice.
My turn.
No problem. Light.
You need Zen when you have Angie. You're not finishing this part? No way? Ah, bummer. Well, fair enough. We can at least get a good ways into it at least. Then we can pick it up again tomorrow.
Sweet dreams.
My turn.
Can finish this segment of this part. There's multiple parts. Oh yeah, because we have to go back to the Reinford company too.
I live life my way. That's all there is to it.
Huh? Thank goodness. Success.
That's right. That's right. So we can probably get to the mines, and then we got to go back to the Reinford Tower, and then, yeah. That's a...
This could get tricky. Look sharp.
Just keep delaying it.
This one is really tough. Be careful.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Time to shine.
That's not what I want. Let's do this.
Let's move.
Play these guys.
I can do this. Light. Rain upon us.
Right.
Here, let's do Blue Lullaby.
Sweet dreams.
Keep it real though, Zen is definitely stronger than Angie, both lore and gameplay wise. Definitely prefer Zen. Zen was probably our second strongest character lore wise in the Sky Squad behind Kevin. I'm gonna be honest, I miss Zen. Really hoping he shows up in later games.
You're finished.
But again, I know, play Trails to find out, so.
Here I go.
He was a really cool character. I like that kind of like rivalry and just history with, gosh, who was that enforcer?
Not bad.
His name wasn't Guy, was it? I don't think it was Guy. Oh, I can't remember his name. But just their whole history, especially when you get on the,
This shouldn't take long. Here I go.
I can't remember anything today. Like that giant tower thing at the end of second chapter.
Let's move.
Like when all that stuff kind of comes to a head.
No problem.
We do overdrive? Yeah, let's do overdrive.
Here I go.
Overdrive.
He's in to find out. Walter, that's it. Thank you. That's it. I knew. I was like, it's not. Guy is not correct. Not at all. But yes, that's it. That whole thing between them two was really just really fascinating, in my opinion.
Now's our chance. Come on,
You
Rean.
rush.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
My turn. Second form. Gale. Now.
Gotcha.
I don't even think Angie has her S crap we could use and see what that looks like. Oh, fireworks on this guy?
Turn to flames. Burn.
Right.
Zen was based off of Thaben from Final Fantasy VI. Do you remember his character arc, him and Walter? Huh. That's cool, I didn't know that. Huh, yeah, I can see that now. I didn't even think about that.
Just watch.
Since that's really far away, we'll just do laser bullet.
I live life my way. That's all there is to it.
Pandora leveled up. Phantom Phobia. Damage increased by 70%. Consumed EP multiplied by 1.5. Defensive arts inflict abnormalities 20% chance. Okay.
Great.
I'll take it.
I'm so glad.
I've got it.
Angie's level 88.
Exactly
Dang.
how it should be.
Done.
Godwing can now be used. Strikes enemies' weak points. Unbalanced 20%. KO 50%. Faint 50%. Okay, very nice. Suzaku. That sounds really familiar. Attacks crafts cause seal or burn. Ooh. That's nice. If I can, should I put that on? Should I put that on Gaius? So I'm trying to make Gaius be the one that does, that inflicts status effects. I'll have to keep that in mind. Anybody, if anybody in chat has any ideas, let me know. Be curious to know. Rival martial artist is like the most common trope of antiquity you can think of in Japanese storytelling. Six didn't invent that by any stretch. True. Yeah, Musashi and Kujiro kind of rivalry is a trope of modern media. Didn't say Six invented it, I just said that's where they got it from, just like they got quartz from materia and their turn order system inspired from Grandia and Final Fantasy X. Wait, quartz wasn't inspired by materia? I thought it was. Well, when did those games come out?
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Just watch.
I was trying to think. When did Sky 1? When did Sky first chapter come out? Was that before Final Fantasy 7?
My turn. There.
I thought it was inspired by materia.
I can do this. Fire!
How do we keep?
Right.
What are we missing for?
Hey.
So you're an archer. You're not supposed to
okay?
be missing your shots.
I will.
All right. Yeah, at the rate we're going, I don't think we're gonna finish this either. Especially with me exploring as much as I am. Oh well, that's fine. Alright, what is... Okay, there's a chest down here, so let's... Did I miss something? No, okay.
We got this.
IFC was 2003.
Here I go.
Usually just put Suzaku on Rean since he has a fire slot. Evolution of Stones and Legend of Heroes 5. Oh, okay. Evolution of previous games. That's true. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that.
I'll back you up.
Let's move.
That's the previous Legend of Heroes games that had some sort of quartz in it first. Okay. Or some form of it. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
It's my turn.
My turn. Sit.
No problem.
There we go.
We made it out in one piece.
Emily said they got their turn order system from 10, so I wouldn't be surprised if they took more inspiration from Final Fantasy, so... Not far-fetched to assume. True. True. Takahashi from Xenoframe worked on Legend of Heroes 1 in the late 80s, if that tells you anything. Okay. What's up, Arcane Gale? How are you? Happy 4th to you. You are celebrating.
What an ornate treasure chest.
Red Pendulum. Wait a second. I don't really want to get rid of those. Let me check. Oh, there it is. Red Pendulum. Decorated with fire sepith. Okay, skill handbook. Yo, accuracy and crit up? Interesting. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I guess not. Let's do this. Let's put the skill handbook on Laura. She already has it. Wait, can the accuracy go beyond 100%? Yep, it can. Okay. We'll give her more of a chance to do crit damage. She has a 15% chance now. On top of just that first hit. Yeah, we'll roll with that. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. In fact, a Croatian therefore doing okay, no worries. Well, still, hopefully you're having a good day so far.
We got this.
Just watch.
Quartz and Sky Crossbow is better than Materia in my opinion. I definitely like the Quartz system quite a bit.
They're off balance.
I really enjoy how, like, when I learned that if you line up certain quartz in a certain way, you unlock even more powerful moves, I was like, oh, this is really cool.
I can do this. Now!
Got you!
Yeah, the quartz system is pretty
Did
good.
it, Elisa.
I'm so glad.
I've got it.
Done.
Alright, what do we got here? I sure didn't leave a lot of boxes out here. Mountain Path 2?
This was a real hike last time.
Hey, at least we already know how to get there.
Yeah, we're not finishing this part today. I just looked at the map. And with me exploring literally every spot, yeah, it's not happening. It's kind of nice that this game doesn't have a mechanic like in Is, where like you have to run around the map in order to dispel the fog, and you have to like literally hug the corners and edges of the paths to do that. I like that it's just all open.
That was a dazzling performance.
Missed the lineup thing myself, but it was kind of annoying looking at the Bracer handbook to see what the formula was for more advanced spells like White Gehenna or something. True, yeah.
I did it!
It definitely did kind of make things a little more difficult at times.
Ornate treasure chest.
I think I had like Randy have like mostly like fire quartz. Strength, defense, move up. I think it's okay. Who really needs more defense though? Well, that's actually a better thing than what she's got. I'll put it on, Lisa. Or she can move if she needs to, and she can actually hit things. Let's kind of speed things up just a little bit here.
We got this.
Time to shine.
I prefer the original though, like having my characters be able to get stats and arts at the same time. Cold Steel simplified it too much though. The quartz are also absurdly stronger than strong for quartz. That's what I've noticed, yeah.
How about this?
She's got like, that's instant transmission. That's pretty cool.
I'll back you up. Let's move.
So let me ask y'all this: did they intentionally make Cold Steel to be like easier and more accessible for new players? Is that kind of what they were going for with this series? Because it kind of seems like they were trying to make it more accessible to people.
We got this.
I'm not like mad about, but it's just it's interesting just because I mean I don't know, I was just used to lining up quartz and all that stuff before.
I'll back you up.
Be gone.
Let's move.
No problem. Fire.
There we go.
We made it out in one piece.
This and now I'm thinking about it too, is this like Cold Steel
Always
1
happy
where
to lay my hands on another chest.
that she's always happy to lay her hands on another chest. And given her actions in the last game, I don't think she's talking about. I mean, I guess to her, their treasure chest.
Time to shine.
Dang it. Oh, Angelica.
How about this?
Gosh, dang it. I forgot what I was even gonna say. I was gonna say something else, and now I totally forgot what it was because she caught me off guard with that.
Gotcha.
You're finished.
You did it, Elisa.
Oh man.
What an ornate treasure chest.
Gosh dang it, Angie. Cross Crusade. What's that do? Cross-shaped void bathes all in holy light. Ooh, that sounds cool. I don't know that I've used that actually. I don't know what that looks like. The nun likes to lay hands upon... What can you say? Oh, the nun likes to lay hands... Okay. I read that totally wrong. I mean...
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Not surprised. I shouldn't... Well, I said...
Time to
I don't know.
shine.
Like I said, she really caught me off guard with that. Was not expecting her to have a unique voice line for that, but that's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Now's our chance.
Got you.
This is it for you.
Fairly confident Angelica is the
my
most
turn.
disliked member of the cast of Cold Steel. Personally, I despise Elise. Really? Not sure what the official word is myself, but Rean as a pro tag, in my opinion, feels like he targets a younger teenage self-insert audience myself. Like he's going for, okay. Like they're trying to go for a wider audience or something like that. Maybe more accessible for Western players. Really sure, yes. Maybe more accessible for Western players, which is why the games are so much bigger. Gotcha. Rean does have self-insert characteristics, but I like the fact that he's still his own person. He's not like, let's say, Joker or any Persona main character where they barely ever talk or have any characterization. Fair enough. The start of Cold Steel 1, where they set up, hey, you need to pick a club, and then Rean just is like, nah, I'm not interested in any of them. It's a hilarious subversion for the Persona self-insert. Yeah. It's pretty good. So he leads the Isengard range. We've got no business there right now. Oh, okay, fair enough. Angelica's near the bottom for most people. She's just too much. I can see that. I can see that. When she showed up at the festival, and I was like,
Just watch.
I was like, man, this is just feels weird, man. I'm sure to Angelica though it felt great. Those who've played know what I'm talking about.
No problem.
I'm trying to think of like if there's any characters that I just like don't really.
You're not getting away. Molten rain.
I don't really care for.
Now.
Got you.
Because Millie's kind of grown on me in this game. I think she's pretty funny.
Right.
I can't think of any characters off the top of my head.
Here I go.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Rean is generally just the power fantasy character. I can see that. Especially with with how he kind of goes like Super Saiyan, right?
Did it?
Not bad.
Exactly how it should be.
I can see that. I can see that. And Machias leveled up pretty nicely. I like Rean, but given how well written the series is in general, I just expect the pro tag to be top quality, while Rean is just pretty good in my opinion. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're off balance.
I'll back you up. My turn.
I like Rean
Okay,
for a
it's
few
safer now.
reasons. So I can kind of relate with the whole like self-loathing thing. I thought when I found out that he was when he was essentially like adopted, and his parents just like, I mean, they're royalty, but they don't treat him any differently. That like spoke a lot to me, because I'm adopted myself, and so I'm like, dude, I really relate with that. That's really cool to see in a game. Just wasn't really expecting that. But at the same time, like, I mean, when I think about the protagonist again, like Estelle is awesome, Lloyd is awesome. I think Lloyd right now is probably my #1 favorite. I really like Lloyd. I just like Lloyd's sense of justice and his kind of good-natured personality. How can you tell that Gaius grew up in a pretty extreme environment? His whole family is intense. Oh, I miss those messages so much. Those are really good. Those are so funny.
Enemy sighted. Let's
Oh my
take
gosh,
him out.
dude.
My turn.
Rean gets better the more games he's in. Angie is definitely one of Angie is definitely one of my least faves. They just don't do anything with her. Okay, gotcha. So she has like no development. She's just kind of in and out. Story definitely drags Rean and puts him through the grinder with many L's before he's the power fantasy. Most games he holds a big L at the end. Millie in Cold Steel 1 is pretty bad, but she definitely has some great moments in character growth. That's really good to hear. Like Laura in CS1, she was like, what do you think of the path of the sword, Rean? Rean be like, I didn't choose the sword, the sword chose me. When the shades come down, right? Thug life sort of thing.
I can do this.
Okay, personally, my least favorite characters are one blonde guy who's a spoiler for Cold Steel 3 and 4, so I won't name them, but most people will get who I'm referring to, and Elise. Okay, fair enough. Have you been writing down the trial chest locations? LOL. I do. So we came across 2 of them, and I remember where they both are. One is on the Guerrilla By Road, and then there's this one here. So I've got those 2 remembered. I need to actually write them down. I don't have my notepad over here, but I have been remembering them. Yes.
Turn to flames. Burn.
And I actually went and took care of the one that was in the
out in one piece.
the ancient quarry, where you needed like Eustace, Fee, Emma, and I think Gaius. A couple days ago. So I've got that one, but I am remembering them. Yes. Actually, okay, so you can't. I was gonna say I could knock out those. I can knock out those trial chests off stream, but I can't. Excuse me, I can't call the. Can't call the courageous. All right, so here's the thing. We're clearly outside of the Saxon Iron Mine right here. Why can't I pull up the map? There it is. So it's right there. So it's 11:51 now. I don't really want to start a big story thing and then that goes over because I'm gonna have to sign off here in a little bit. So I think I'm gonna save right here, and this is where we'll pick up tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and save the game now, and then we'll pick up here tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Let me switch this over a little bit, and then we'll go from there. So let me switch over here. We've gotten a few new subscribers today. Well, if y'all are still here, welcome. Rean gets a lot more development in second half. Lloyd at the end of Azure is really what made me like him. Dude, that scene with, I'm assuming we've all played it in here, so I can say this. But like that scene with him and his brother at the end, oh my gosh, dude. Broke me. Absolutely broke me. Lloyd has a fetish for barriers. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Estelle is still my fave, followed by Kuro's pro tag. Made a meme about that. Jason Chu on the Falcom subreddit. For me, Estelle, Lloyd, Kevin, Rean. Kevin's also great too. Kevin's my favorites. Or I think I'd probably put Lloyd then Kevin. No, I don't know, man. I don't count Kevin as a main, even though he was. But yeah, Kevin is also pretty good. I think Kuro's pro tag is probably the top for me right now. He's like a combo of Estelle and Kevin. Ooh. You a Falcom member because you forgot Kevin. I didn't forget Kevin per se. Everyone forgets Kevin. Does Kevin even exist? Is he real? Oh my gosh, that scene with Ren hiding in the closet from her family. Oh my gosh. It's funny. It's not really funny, it's sad, but like that scene was where it like clicked for me. I was like, why is she so upset about rescuing this guy or this little boy? She didn't want to rescue him. She didn't want to get involved. Now she's hiding from these people. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is her family that we learned about or saw in Sky 3. Again, the writing in these games is so stinking good. Just, dude, these games are so stinking good, man. Top tier, creme de la creme. This is what I'm gonna be judging by every other game series by. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all being here this morning. We'll pick back up tomorrow. Where we left off, we're outside of the Iron Mine, so we'll go in there tomorrow, take care of that, and see what's waiting for us. But yeah, appreciate y'all being here this morning. Appreciate the interaction, the discussion in chat. Really good stuff. It's always awesome when all y'all are in here, and I'm learning stuff. You guys are teaching me a lot of stuff about the game series and helping me remember things. Just giving me good reminders and things of that as well. Speaking of good reminders, I need to look up Red Moon Rose and take care of that today. I'm going to make it a point to look that up and finish the audio drama today. I know I'm past that point where I probably don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'll do that today too. Fun fact, the boy getting lost is Kia's action so that the SSS meets Ren and they don't die to Joachim. That's right, it is, yeah. Because Kia reveals that at the end of Azure, right? Or not like the end, but like there's a point where that's revealed to them. Because I think, man, what is that character's name? Mariabelle, I think she mentions that. Yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Love this series. Looking forward to playing more, which I will do tomorrow. So again, thank you all for being here this morning. If y'all like the content, if you like the stream and all that jazz, hit the like button. As always, consider subscribing to the channel for more content as well. And yeah, there's that. Those of you that are celebrating here in the States, hope you all have a good and fun 4th of July. Hopefully you guys, even if you're outside of the States here, I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday as well. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow morning, same time, same place. And we'll continue playing. There's a Cold Steel 2 here. Oh, it's chasing a butterfly symbol for butterfly effect. That makes sense. Crow and Milliam are at the 5th field study due to Kia. So I can't wait to see how this all connects. This is going to be awesome. Anyway, y'all, hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all again for being here. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the likes and all that stuff. Appreciate the conversation. It's always good. It's always fun. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'll take it easy. Have a good one. I'll see you later.